Okay guys, so I did make a video about 6 months ago of how I was going to start creating more content, doing more things and stuff, and all I can say is that an unbelievable amount of stuff has happened in the past 6 months. This entire year span that we've started the whole, went through the California move and did all this stuff has been very interesting. I started school in January. Didn't think I'd be able to go back to school. I thought that I had lost my GI Bill from the military. I found out that I was able to do that and stuff, and it's been amazing. I'm truly grateful. Just passed my one of the Auto 80 courses or so. It's for auto diagnostics, and then passed the two ASE student exams for ASE 6 and ASE 8 for like engine performance and stuff. And then I'm currently in engine rebuilding class and stuff. And I've built the Mirage's engine and stuff. I work on engines. I work on cars and stuff. But when you start going to school, you start learning exactly how much you don't know. And so I obviously don't know anywhere near as much as I thought I knew, and I'm learning a lot. So that in itself is it's a wonderful thing. I'm very happy about it. Look back on some of my other stuff that I've done and had to go fix things and realize my mistakes, and yeah, YouTube and stuff has helped out a lot, but obviously it doesn't show everything, which yeah, I knew that, but it's still nice to go to school and learn the actual things that you're supposed to do, learn some of the new tools they have, and so on and so forth. That being said, like I said, this past 6 months we've had a lot of stuff going on, my family and I, and we've had people staying with us, and we've tried to help friends and do things and sort things out and stuff. So it's really been kind of chaotic. Like I said, me going to school full time and just so much stuff. It's been really kind of just all over the place. So I'm not used to this. I'm kind of used to some stability. I've worked a job for almost 10 years, so it's like nine years or so, something like that. And I'm doing the whole going to work every day thing and stuff. That you get used to that, and then when you get thrown into things where everything is just so unpredictable, it really throws you off. I mean, gets confusing. Sometimes you get down and out, and a lot of that kind of stuff went on here recently for the past 6 months, just dealing with school, learning how things are going to go, living with another family in the house, and it just that's all I can say. It has been an interesting 6 months. So that is probably the biggest reason, or reasons rather, that there has been no updates. It's not that I haven't wanted to do it. It's just more along the lines of the fact that some things happen in life and stuff, and we really have to deal with that at the time or so. Trust me, I love working on cars, love working on my own cars, love working on cars that I plan on fixing up and selling and so on and so forth. But when you're not in the right mindset, you've got other things going on, it becomes so difficult. So, but anyways, I'm not going to bore you with all the talking and whatnot and stuff. Trying to go forward, doing certain things. I even mentioned in the last video that I was probably going to separate the Mirage channel, put their own channel and stuff. Looking at things now in hindsight, like, it's probably not going to happen. Whatever I feel like filming or so, or whatever I'm going to do, whatever cars I'm working on, I'm just going to go ahead and put that on. And if people watch it, they watch it. That's fine. If they don't, they don't. I kind of record this stuff for, people who want to watch it, myself, and later on my daughter can see that kind of stuff or so when she's older. So that way, if anything ever happens, she's able to see certain things and what I love doing. So with that being said, this is how the garage is looking right now. There's the 240. Like I said, I don't remember right now about the other videos and stuff, because it's been a while since I posted up things. But the Miata is gone. I sold that not too long ago to a guy. He really loved it. I didn't make a whole lot of money on it and stuff, but it was still way better shape than when I got it, runability wise. So I replaced the timing belt, water pump, fixed a few things, got it running better. Needed small things like coil pack and other things. But back to the 240. You know, when I bought this thing, it was seriously just, it was not in the greatest running shape. I've got some video that I may or may not put up to where we brought it home on the trailer and it was just, it would cough to life and barely run. And then it was just running sporadically. It was horrible. This thing is just destroyed. It's probably locked, yeah. But slowly but surely I've been trying to get some things sorted out. It won't pass California smog. I'm seriously sick of California smog rules and stuff. I know I've mentioned that before, but like these people are, I'm not against emissions. I'm just against California and their stupidity. That's all I can say. So, but this one will not pass smog. I'll probably just sell it as a drift car to someone or so. I originally thought about putting a turbo kit on it just to give it a little bit more power and stuff, but you know, even though 240s have the quote-unquote drift tax, I don't think that I'll see my a return on my investment in putting a turbo kit on it. Plus, from a financial standpoint, the money to spend in the car isn't there like it used to be. So, making smarter financial decisions on which car to buy, especially in the state of California, is definitely an issue going forward. This car in Georgia would have been no problem. You could drive it on the street, do everything and stuff. It's, like I said, I'm not against emissions. Just some cars and certain things or whatever and stuff would be nice if they could just let it slide. So, I had mentioned that Mitsubishi Owners Day is coming up in July in one of my posts, and that this thing needed to be ready. I genuinely want to have it ready. I really, really do. I've taken apart the wiring harness and stuff. I've done a little bit of stuff. I actually started going back through the wires and everything and checking for voltage drops, and found out that my entire wiring setup, like I used to have like a ground wire setup for that car. Let me see if I've still got the wires and stuff. And I found out that every one of those wires that I was using was actually from Holly's Mirage that I took from, for those of you who know that white and pink Mirage, my wife's car. So I took these wires, and every single one of them were having issues. Each one of them that I touched had a voltage drop, so they weren't doing justice. But I did plan on pulling the engine, hence these two boxes here, which Harbor Freight had bought an engine hoist that I got to put together so that I can pull it from the thing just sitting here. You know, I mentioned in probably every video that the freaking thing's got oil leaks. I'm not even 100% sure about the rear main seal leak. I would not doubt that is what it is. I do know it has an oil leak on the oil pan gasket itself. So the engine runs great when it was running. Right now, obviously, it's not in running condition. The thing that I need to do though is I put this. Some of you've seen the other videos. Originally, I had the stock crank pulley on here. This one that's from a 4G18. The timing marks obviously don't line up. They don't line up rather, and I made some timing marks on it originally when I set the timing. So I had something to go by, but you know, I might not use that pulley. I'm not saying it does like a tremendous amount for the engine. It doesn't really give that much power. So, well, shouldn't say gives power, but reduces rotational mass. So, it's something I'm probably going to remove. I am probably going to put in a bigger cam. That, you know, I do have two different cams for the car. The turbo setup's probably going to go on, and let's see. I I don't know if that's going to be done before Mitsubishi Owners Day. I do go to school Monday through Thursday, like full time, but um, I've had the weekend. I don't have really uh, any reason not to have it up and running. The only thing is that it's not gonna pass emissions. I don't have the smog stuff to do it. I don't know anyone currently to pass it for me. So if I brought it, it may be trailered. Don't know if I want to go through the hassle of dealing with all that stuff and driving it around. Ideally, like I said, I'd love to drive it. I don't have the money to put a turbo on it, and they've really been cracking down on people with modifications and stuff. And it seems like whether you're doing anything illegal or not, it's still an issue. So, have I mentioned I'm not too fond of this state? So, even an enthusiast who doesn't do anything wrong, I would still be targeted simply because of my car. Should have bought a Mustang or something. Anyway, that was going to go to where it was more street legal. And you can see it's like dirty some part, and I tried to clean it up. That was going to go where it's more street legal, but now it's probably just going to be back to track car unless I can sort something out, because I bought a new daily driver. My truck was just killing me on gas. I still have the truck. That's, I still need it. But a couple of days ago, I ended up grabbing this thing, and she's not the prettiest. It's a 2001 Celica GTS, and actually these cars are very special. My wife had one of these when we first met, and the great thing about these are, the GTs and stuff, they're okay cars. There's nothing wrong with them. But the engine for these are very special. The 2ZZ that was co-developed with Yamaha, it's a beautiful engine. It's probably comparable somewhat to a Honda VTEC engine, to where it has the variable valve timing lift. And the lift is really cool. I may do a review on it. The thing has a lot of problems though. I mean, it's got duct tape or so on the seats, and it's got issues with the valve lash. So, but it's overall a pretty good car. It needs shocks. It needs it needs a lot of help, but I did buy it as an everyday car. I'm not planning on spending any money into it or anything. I needed something as a good daily driver that got good gas and had a sufficient amount of power, and I've always wanted something with a sunroof, and so it has a sunroof. I ended up buying the thing for like $1,400 that passed smog and everything, and pretty happy with it so far. But yeah. So, other than that, I still have the, like I said, still got my truck, and the busted 240, which was the parts car for the other one, and then the Celica that I have in the shed in the back. So, I'm going to start parting out that Celica and getting those parts gone so I could probably bring something else in here eventually. But yeah, sorry for such a long update. I know that it seems like every time I make a video, it's like a longer period of time, or it's an apology because of a long period of time between updates. But like I said, this year has been a very interesting year for us, and it's starting to get a lot better, but it hasn't been an easy path to get there. So. Anyways, guys, hopefully here soon I can actually post a couple more videos of some of the newer tools that I have, such as a diagnostic scanner that I bought. It's not just a simple code reader, it's actually a bidirectional scanner that you're able to activate solenoids and so on and so forth. It's pretty neat piece of equipment. That maybe I'll have an update on the Mirage, or the video of pulling the engine out and sorting some things out and stuff. So we'll see how it all goes. and I'll just take it one day at a time. But for now, that's what's going on in my life. So, but anyways, guys, take care. Hope you're doing good. See you later.